Thank you once again for joining me today into today's urgency meeting about resilience. I know it's kind of weird or maybe redundant. The book itself is called Reilience, the Beauty of Presence. And even though the 820podcast.com speaks to resilience many times over and many episodes, obviously, is centered on that term from the book in the construct of resilience. And though I know even about a few months ago, I had mentioned a different word that you can use if resilience is too fluffy, and use the term pursuit. So in a way, pursuit could be coined as the capture word for the beauty of your presence, what you pursue. I just called it resilience. I happen to like that word a lot. But usually when I'm reading something or perusing something on YouTube or Instagram, anytime I see the word resilience, it alerts me, alarms me, hey, there it is. The word came up again. Not looking for anybody to confirm my perspective on this word, but it always draws my attention just from the existence in a different way of that word. And in that vein, I came across something also, either an article or something, but I saw it 2 weeks ago, and it was talking about the 5 pillars of resilience. I hadn't thought about that part of my dissertation or my discussion with you about resilience. I hadn't thought about an expansion or interconnections of resilience from different angles. But I came across this article about the pillars of resilience. It came from an organization called Centricare and in a project called bounceback.org. I like the name of the project, bounceback.org, but I would have named it Bounce Forward. Just a personal perspective, and hey, what do I really know? But bounce forward sounds more, sexier than bouncing back. Anyway, here's a summary, and hopefully you'll see this also in the thumbnail for this episode. But pay close attention to the awareness and parts of their 5 pillars of resilience. Their 5 was, they had self-awareness, and keep in mind, if you don't have the visual, it's like 5 circles with like a Venn diagram, and they intersect. So you see areas where those 5 different colored circles intersect, and there's different colors where they do connect. But just as a visual, look at that. But 5 of those 5 pillars were self-awareness, mindfulness, self-care, positive relationships, and purpose. So I appreciate the way they put that together. Again, I hadn't thought about a structure or pillars for resilience other than the definitions, the examples, the models, and the perspectives that I gave you from my own observations. The areas, however, of awareness and purpose intrigues me from how they described it in the bounceback.org depiction, the awareness and purpose parts. And those 2 aspects are consistent with what I have emphasized since the inception of the 820 message. I only seek to provide you with guidance on your awareness and purpose for your own resilience, and for mine too. And that's why I said before, that's what we share in common. Even though we don't know each other from dirt or whatever, we have that in common. And I seek to, promote, but restate, emphasize, give you some examples about my resilience, and that I put my in quotation marks. I don't own it, but the resilience that I have experienced and have the luxury to talk about it now and share with you is what really does drive me to do this, to share this message that I don't own it. I believe you have it as well. I'm looking for us to share it together, to collectively connect, and then maybe touch one other person today. We share that in common. We have that in common sense and sensitivities. It's from our respective and collective essences, but then that's how we can communicate and connect from that already created connection for us. That substance, that same love, not the Hallmark card or the Whitney's chocolate sampler kind of love. The real substance that was insisted for you and I to exist here. That was given to us. We didn't ask for it. It was given to you and I individually, yet here we are collectively. And even in this moment today, we continue to exist in this very moment and are connecting in a different way that we never would have imagined before today. And that connection is from the heart and the substances of the blood and air, grace to you and I in every moment that we remain aware of it and remain grateful for that provision. Until we don't. When we don't, game over, life stops, done. So I'm asking you, however, to define and execute on your awareness, on your purpose. That's your new Riz, as they say, the new Riz. Now, I don't mean charisma. Your new Riz is resilience is simple. And in this discussion today, from the depiction from the Central Care Organization and the Bounce Back Organization project, they took it into 5 pillars. For me, maybe have a very smaller mind, but an open heart, but to reduce that description into 2 simple pillars. To have awareness and purpose in your daily message. That's the new Riz. Keep resilience as simple as possible. But also, I'm not here to complicate anything. Again, I only have a few degrees and a few certifications. Can't cite that as experience or extreme PhD level knowledge. I want to apply whatever wisdom I can glean from those things I have learned to share with you on this sometimes arduous and difficult journey and path called resilience. But that it's a very simple and short trip inside of you, inside of me. Connect there and share as freely as possible. Your 2 pillars of resilience, awareness, and purpose. Until next time, stay present, stay current, and no matter where you are in this world, please remember and share. It is always 820.